Good morning. I don't know why I'm making that duck face. Hey, pound a day, day 3. This is my new series for people who want to get back in shape, have recently put on some weight, and to show you what's possible doing something effortlessly, not killing yourself. Now, yesterday was the first time I went to the gym in 2 weeks, and it was the fifth workout or sixth workout in 5 weeks. I was abroad in Europe, and I got sick when I got back. Let's put some lights on in here. Yeah, it's a gloomy, cold day in New York City. It's funny, I worked out yesterday. I took a bit of a power walk, but I did not eat the way I've been eating. I've been experimenting to see what would happen if I tamed my starchy carbs down a little bit. And I had 2 sliders. I made 2 burgers, maybe with a little bit too much cheese on top of it. I had fruit, chicken breast, coffee, and that's kind of it. So I didn't have any dessert, any sweets. I kind of underate, which I'm a little bit afraid of what Mr. Scale is going to say. Hey, but I'm down 3.6 pounds in 2 days. Today is day 3. Let's get naked and let's do the weigh-in, guys. How you doing? Wow, here we are in the midst of January. Let's do the weigh-in. I was 191.8 yesterday. Wow, I'll take it. It's not quite a pound. Wow, but I'll take it. It says 11% body fat. I'm about 22% body fat. 191. I love it. 191. I'm excited. Okay, so it's not a full pound. It's not a full pound from yesterday, but what? If my math serves me correct, wait a minute. I got to see now. Before I get my coffee, I got to see. I think on my computer, I keep track of this stuff. Kind of excited. It wasn't a full pound from yesterday. Wow, 4.4 pounds in 3 days. So it still averages a pound a day, right? It still averages a pound a day. Great. Now, this is really interesting. 4.4 pounds in 3 days. I want to keep going because I feel good, but it's really interesting. I had the fruit in the morning, right? I had eaten the fruit in the morning. I had some burger sliders, which is what I kind of feel. Let's get some coffee. I kind of feel is the downfall of the carnivore diet. It can keep you satiated for very long, but then you're not eating enough. And that's what everybody says when they stall on carnivore. They're not eating enough because they have the big ribeye or 3-4 sliders. And they're like, wow, I ate 12, 13, 1400. I think my count was about 1800 last night, 1800 calories. Not a lot. But I decided to do things differently when I have lost more weight if I had eaten more carbohydrates. There was no sweet potato. There were no starches. Like I said, I made 2 big hamburger patties in the middle of the day, something I don't really normally do, with I crumbled some cheese on top. This guy, I like to use this on top. Just as the burger is finishing on the pan, I literally squeeze together and put some goat cheese on both so it melts on the burger, and it kept me satiated for like hours and hours. Then I just had some chicken breast left over that I've had in the fridge. and I went to bed thinking I was going to cheat the system. I may have cheated myself. Good morning. Happy New Year. I'm going to say it all January. Let's get the coffee. We'll look at the numbers, and I'm going to talk about something not so fun. Sorry. But I'll tell you a little bit of what I'm kind of going through right now. Personally. I'm out of my good goat cheese. I do have goat cheese. I really recommend Meyenberg goat milk. I noticed that there's not a lot of burping. But I'm out. So I got my backup Durnals here. This is pretty good. I digest this. Find the milk that you digest pretty easily. I don't drink a lot of milk. I just put it in my coffee. But let's discuss some stuff. And thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for the positive comments. I'm telling you, put something in your mind. Hold it in your mind. Be mildly obsessed about it. Okay, that you are going to look your best, feel your best, drop the weight, set some simple goals. Flat stomach, maybe see your abs, build up your body with weights. How about this as a goal? Can you be consistent? That's how I talk to myself. Can I go 3 days a week? Can I go 3-4 days a week? Problem with a lot of people, myself included, is boredom. I used to hate consistency. Let's try this out. I nailed it. But I want to let's get to the numbers really quickly. And what do you think, guys? Hey, 3 days for a person that's obviously not fat. And a lot of people think I'm crazy to even want to, let it snow. Check it out. Wow. It doesn't snow much in the new New York. That's pretty cool. We have not been getting a lot of snow, although I heard we got snow when I was in Europe. When I was in Europe, we got some snow. Kind of brings me back to my childhood where we had 10, 12 snowstorms every single season, and it was so much fun. Blizzards. Now I want to show you something which may have been a mistake to try to push for results yesterday. Didn't have my Greek yogurt. Didn't have much in the way of dairy. Didn't have my chocolate bar or a little bit of ice cream or a couple of cookies at the end of the night. Didn't have my sweet potatoes. What the heck did I have, right? Now, this is where sometimes, I almost did make a pound. 4.4 pounds in 3 days. So let's take a look. Yeah, this was under eating. I was trying to push for a result. I need these carbs to be between 200 and 300 grams. Protein was high. Protein was 140 grams. It does not mean you're going to lose weight if your protein is higher. Sometimes to the contrary. Fat, very low, 65 grams. So if the calories were raised to 2,800, and these were, the macro split here, as you can see, very even and balanced, people would say, okay, your protein's good, raise up your carbs, lower your fat. I don't think that's it. I don't. Let's take a look at polyunsaturated fats, 6.3, good. Starch, 0. Not good. I could have had a little bit more in the way of starches. But guys, gals, 1786. And, okay, here's something also. I did go for a power walk. I walked for a good 30 minutes yesterday, just about. And it was cold, but I walked last night. I went to the gym. It was great first workout, chest, shoulders, arms, a little bit of abs at the end, nothing fancy. And I think that the body is sensing that it's not getting in the fuel for the amount of output I've been giving it. So it's slowing me down, rightfully. Oh, my cold is gone, by the way. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. 8 days of suffering through a bad chest cold. So please be careful if you're trying to push for a result. If tomorrow is 0.5 pounds loss or no loss at all, that's it. This was a mini cut, as they call it, for 3-4 days. And then I'm going to go back to a half a pound to 1 pound a week. Kind of want to get back to the 180s, 185 to 187, where I felt I was harder, I was more muscular, and I'd like to get back to that. But don't do what I just did. I pushed for a result. So today, I want this number to be, this is why you track. Check out Chronometer. They're amazing. Okay? Excuse me. The day before, losing my most weight was 2369. Look at that. Protein was a little bit lower. Carbs were higher. Fat was higher. Interesting. I ended up having a chocolate bar, sweet potatoes, a hamburger, lots of fruit, boiling soda, hard candy, milk, coffee, sugar, olive oil. So I think around these numbers, this is why you track and don't count calories. I always used to say, become the Columbo, become the Sherlock Holmes of your own body. I mean, the evidence is there. It doesn't mean that if you eat that exact same number in those foods every day, you're going to lose a pound a day. Of course not. But you're going to stay fit and you're going to maintain. So my method, and somebody in the comments section says he really likes my method, is balance. I mean, you can see the numbers. If you're cutting out entire food groups, entire macronutrients, you're going to fail because you've been fed a lie. Oh, just take out all the carbs. Oh, just take out all the fat. Don't ever have any sugar. You can't have this insulin. Bullshit. My insulin should be sky high and through the roof. I drink coffee with sugar, although white sugar doesn't really raise the blood. Wait. Let me see something. I want to show you guys about how much actual sugars I take. If you look at my actual sugars, it's 149 grams of carbohydrates come from my sugar intake. Look at that. Okay? No gatekeeping, no lying. There are no secrets here. And yesterday, $221 grams of simple sugar. Sugar, milk, extract, cocoa, boiling, ginger ale, grapes, cherries, barbecue sauce, Fage Greek yogurt. So, you know, I'm amazed because I fell for all of this also. Your glycemic index, and oh my God, white sugar. White sugar ranks quite low compared to many other foods that raises your glycemic index. But people don't even follow the glycemic index anymore. I just think we've all been duped to cut out major macronutrients. Oh, we're cutting, like I said, cut out salt, cut out sugar. We're going to cut out all carbs. And then we hit a wall. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this until I start to see the scale level out. I think I might have a pound or two left in this pound a day story. Heck, I mean, I started off 195 after the holidays, point 0.4. Today I was 191. That's 4.4 pounds in 3 days. And that is averaging, divide that by 3 days, 1.4666666666, 1.4, let's call it 1.46, close to a pound and a half a day, 3 days straight. Those are incredible results. Don't make fun of me. Those are incredible results, people. People think that a pound of body fat to lose in calories, you have to create 3,500 calorie deficit a day. Really? Just go to Google. Calories, or is it 1,500? I don't even follow it anymore. In 1 pound. A pound of body fat contains roughly 3,500 calories. So, widely used figure for weight management, meaning a 500 calorie daily deficit for a 1 pound weekly loss. So how come I lost 4.4 pounds or whatever it was I just said in 3 days? No cardio, just walking, 1 day of weights. Now, also, can weightlifting hinder weight loss? You'll be surprised by this answer. By the way, when you type things into ChatGPT or Google, it doesn't mean it's true. Okay, remember that. Life is an opinion. Life is just an opinion. So it says no, weightlifting doesn't hinder weight loss. But it does. Because what happens is for the scale weight, you're suddenly holding on to water. The body is quickly building back broken down tissue. It begins to repair immediately. It'll take everything you're taking in to repair the proteins that have been broken down. A muscle is like 78% water. It could retain water. So don't be surprised that you lose the most weight and build the most muscle at rest, on your rest days. Cheers. So what do you think? Are you trying my methods? Contact me for help. I will, Chris Destination. You could use that old email or K Hilljack. I have a new email that's connected with this account. So I'll put that in the description. And I have a personal trainer email. I've got a few different emails that I use. I'll put it in the description if you need any help. I'm not a 35-year-old guy. I'm not even a 45-year-old guy. Heck, I'm not a 55-year-old guy. So you think, oh, you can't lose weight that quickly as we get older. Well, look at Eve. Look at Margie Mitchell. Look at Latchkey Gen Xer. Look at Sean John. Look at a lot of people who I coached and trained and whom I follow. Age. As a matter of fact, I'm in the belief system that you know yourself better, know thyself, and that you can lose more weight as you get older because you know yourself. Won't get fooled again. You're smarter. You're smarter. You're smarter than you used to be. Not going to be duped by take this pill, this powder, creatine, protein powder, protein shake. You're not going to be fooled by that. Remember this. you lose weight with a consistent deficit that's on the small to medium size over a lengthy period of time. How do you know you're in a deficit? Scale goes down, the clothes get, I used to not be able to wear this. My stomach was out to here. It was quite a tight fitting robe. I love this Restoration Hardware robe. What do people say? How do you look in pictures? Take pictures of yourself. Make YouTube videos. It's not fancy. Eat whole foods. Eat in a way that you feel, if you don't love it, that you kind of like it. You have to like your diet. And I know it's boring and you've heard this a gazillion times. Consistency. Consistency. That's it. And it's funny too. People in the comments section, or I read that and I follow not that many people. I only follow 2-3 people. I love Paul Revelia from Florida. Top personal trainer. Kate Deering. Oh, this is Paul Revelia. He's amazing. My buddy Kino Body. There are very few people that I follow. I follow older women, older female competitors. I learn from them in their 50s and 60s and even 70s. Their consistencies. But check out this guy. He's a guy I've rediscovered, and I've been following Paul for many years. What a tremendous channel. Because he works with pros.
In this video, I'm going to break down the 4 things that everyone that is successful reaching.
Check out Paul Revelia. A lot of the stuff, sometimes he goes a little bit to fitness industry. He was never that fat. That's a joke. But Paul is not a young guy, and he's incredibly fit, and he trains fitness competitors. And he gives a wide variety of tactics. He loves walking, and he absolutely loves carbohydrates. And his current diet, I was following what he's currently eating in a day: bagels, pasta, ground beef. He makes it work. Check out my friend Kino Body. I showed you this yesterday. Oh, also, here's a channel worth checking out. Tremendous common sense health and fitness advice from, I believe, one of the very best. Remember Jillian Michaels? Now, you may not love her politics, but watch her early videos, and Jillian Michaels will give you a lot of common sense. She's now very much into politics, but watch her older videos, The Biggest Loser. She knows what she's talking about, and a lot of common sense. Let's look at her oldest videos, 8 years, but her best videos started about 6, where is it? She's just talking to you. Yeah, about 5 years ago. She lives in Malibu, so there's some beautiful shots of her house and how she exercises. But I love her common sense fitness advice. She believes that you have no business losing more than half a pound to a pound a week, maybe 2 at most. Common sense, she's great. Kino Body is one of my favorites, Greg. And of course, check me out, I like to say that I am fitness, lifestyle, 80-20 friendly. Here's my buddy Kino Body. I met him. He's such a great guy, very generous. And we worked out in Central Park. Just a wonderful guy. Kino Body. Check him out. A younger approach, not into drugs, doesn't do steroids. A perfect, natural, slim, built physique. Again, not afraid of carbohydrates, not afraid of fat. He pretty much just walks and works out 3 times a week. So that's it, guys. I was going to get into a little bit more of a serious topic, but I chose not to. Let me get a little bit more coffee to say goodbye, to sign off. But that's not bad, huh? 4.4 pounds in 3 days. No cardio? No starvation. Are you a little hungry sometimes? Yeah, you are. You're in a little bit of a deficit. But when you're locked in, what do I mean by locked in? When you know, like, if tomorrow I'm down 0.6, that'll be 5 pounds in 4 days. That's phenomenal. I hope I can do 1 pound by tomorrow. So I got a lot of organizing to do today. It's my day off, but I've got things I'm doing, working on my music, my instruments. I have to change some strings. I've got some things to do today. I really feel like I'm back in New York now. It sucked being sick for 8 days. I got really, really down. It punched me in the gut. Guys, thank you. Thank you. What else can I say? What else can I talk about? All right, I need to do a live soon. Okay, ciao.